And welcome back, peoples. I don't know anymore. I don't care anymore about the intro. Let's just start day 2 trial form. Okie dokie. The trial simulation, huh? Good morning. So, you're Vera, right? Don't know what to say now. I'm Cheesy. Cheesy right. That's right with a W, but not right, right? And how would she know what right are you talking about? We're on your side. You can tell us anything, please. Good morning. She speaks! Not bad, not bad. But I think you'd do better with a little smile, you know? You're so pretty. You need to sell yourself, you know? Cheesy, let's take it easy for starters. Thank you for taking my case. Okay! Well, that's a start, I guess. She draws on her book. Nope. Drawing pad thingamajiggy. There she goes with the nail polish again. That's great, really! It's so cultured! Want to try? Ooh, really? I don't think Felix Roy will be happy about that, because he doesn't even let her wear lipstick. Girls. Yeah, girls are just such a pain. Wait, I'm a girl too. The victim, Drew Misham, was a forger, or Misham, or Misham. Misham. I'll just say Misham. Misham. Words. And the stolen painting was found in his studio. A life of crime, really. And maybe one that led to his death. But what about those paintings? Those, like, sketches? Will those ever get answered? Well, we will now begin the trial of Miss Champ. Is the judge okay? His voice is all raspy and he's looking around all nervous like. Sounds like Apollo when he first started the first case. The repercussions of today's trial will most likely be felt for a long time. And may indeed alter our legal system forever! And my voice for him changes every time. Today is a test of the jurist system. Who would have thought he's going to be the prosecution? And the first step towards a new order in our courts. Daddy's secret mission! Woohoo! The jurists will function like a jury. It is hoped their inclusion will help the courts to better reflect the people's will. Why aren't there any jurists in the courtroom? 3 closed-circuit cameras watch this courtroom at all times. The jurists have access to everything that transpires. So we're like watching it. Jurists, judge well and judge cool. No, see here, Prosecutor Evan. I was gonna say that. Too late, my friend. My apologies there, Judge. Just today, judge today's trial coolly, if you will be so kind. The jurists are bound by the letter of the law. They don't have effective trial with evidence, but by their feelings. And we're about to find out just what effect they're going to have. Very well, Prosecutor Gavin, the details of the case, if you would. The victim is the painter Drew Misham. He was killed in his own studio. His coffee was poisoned by whom, you ask? By none other than the defendant, Vera Misham.
Objection!
Yes, of course, objection. She didn't do it. There wasn't any poison in the coffee. Achong. Someone has been doing their homework. Indeed, poison was not present in the coffee, but on the mug itself. The mug? Residue was found in the mercy. And I say it again. Very accurate placing of the poison there. The autopsy report describes the manner of our victim's death. The court accepts this as evidence. Yeah, we didn't get the autopsy before, but now we do. According to this report, the victim's death was caused by crocodile poisoning. A chemical compound that does not occur naturally. Lethal dosage is a mere 0.002 milligrams. A touch of atroconite in the body is the touch of the Reaper's sickle! Whatever. Too much harvesting for me. Very well, Prosecutor Gavin. You may present your witness. I have for you today a simple man for a simple case. I don't think he's that simple. A man who witnessed the murder in its entirety. That journalist, no doubt. Oh man, do I have to cross-examine him? The witness will state his name and occupation. Alright! Well, for starters, my name's Mark Purcell. My job is a lone observer of the world. In other words, a freelance journalist, right? Ahem, if you don't mind, I'd like to say something here for the record. Yes, Mr. Purcell? And he's like, oh my gosh, this guy is weird. I just like conclusions, specifically the jumping to aspect of conclusions. First off, preconceptions make park a sidewalks of endless desert waste. End quote. What does that even mean? But you're a journalist. You said so yourself yesterday. Well, that's true, yes. But you must understand, I sat before you today a man with a dream. I'm offering my testimony in exchange for exclusive rights to the story. Scoop turned Mr. Brushel into it. That Mr. Brushel. End quote. Let's hear your testimony then, shall we? A simple case, eh, Gavin? For me, the jury is still out. Where did I hear that before? Oh well, the journalist story. I visited the studio around 9 o'clock that night to do the interview. The first outsider to enter the atelier. Journalistic history made. End quote. Does he always have to say something? Always say a sentence ending with end quote? His daughter brought us coffee right after we started. And you know what happened next. Start falls. End quote. No one else entered the room besides her the whole time. That does sound like a simple case. Unless you were the one who poisoned him. What are you saying, Judge? Need I remind you, the cameras are rolling today. This is not a movie. Please. I felt I need to be a bit dramatic. You didn't do it, did you? Me do anything like that? Come on, that's like newsmaker making the news, end quote. Or even contemporary witch hunter, end quote. I know, well, he's a rocker, end quote. Rock, indeed. Prosecutor Gavin sure looks like he's having fun. This is not supposed to be fun, it's a murder trial. I'm so happy for him. Very well, Mr. Justice, your cross-examination, please. Let's see here. Okay. Star Falls. What the heck does that mean? What's this about Star Falling? Star Falls, huh? It's like an old telegram. Send money over. Zow, you don't know. That's like a journalism code word. And a border person passes away, a star falls. Get it? But there's no gravity in space, is there? I wouldn't think stars could fall, really. Does this matter? I understand what he's talking about. Surprisingly. Hoo boy, this is good stuff. Good stuff. How about star rakes? Nah, flax punch. I know. Star dies. Nah, lacks imagination. Of course, you could go with Drew dies. Straight to the point. I like it. I think we need to hear about something a little more substantial. What about the coffee? You say Mr. Measham had the coffee too, but did you actually see him drink the coffee? Of course! He who sees it wins, but he who says it wins bigger. End quote. I live in a man sees dog eat dog and writes about a word, yet? I guess I can't say I saw him drink it, really. He had one so-called sip in that. Man puts lips to mug drinks. End quote. That's poisonous, quite virulent, I hear. That's why I did a so-called somersault. I bet you would after you drink your own coffee, because I gulped down that coffee without so much as a second glance at it. Wait, maybe something's there, some kind of so-called trick. This is not a magic trick. A magic show or whatever. Anyone want to venture a guess, for the record? Does this guy have a pause button? Nope, unfortunately not. Well, Mr. Justice, did you find that testimony valuable? Sure. Does that sound very, very contradictory to you? The victim drank his coffee, then immediately fell over. Oh yes, Yes, you can go to that press with that one. I'll press you for more information then. Your Honor, this is a vital piece of information. Please add it to the testimony. Very well, the witness will add this to his testimony. Vital, right. There was like 3 options you could choose, and you could choose whatever, but then there'll be a census. And then you can add it to the testimony, but then the other 2 aren't the ones you're supposed to do, but this one is the one, because this one is contradictory, while the other 2 aren't. Okay, this is kind of funny. Something impressive. Can you say that for sure? For sure? Sure, I'm sure! Juicy is a big place, kiddo! I know it if someone else had come in! What if they had been hiding there from somewhere before? Even if someone had been hiding in the studio, they hardly could have poisoned that mug without anyone noticing. You think I expect myself would be something as obvious as that? No way! He sure makes it sound exciting, I guess that's his job. There's only one moment we need to focus on, really. The moment where Misham died? Exactly. There has to be something there. Okay, it's later, but it's funny. Okay, no one else is to the... No. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna present the copy bug, because it says it's slow acting. Remember? Slow acting. As in, like, slow. Like a sloth. Slow. You know what I have a problem with? A particular property of the poisoned use. Atroquinine. Oh, Pastor Gavin was quite clear about the poison. A lethal dosage of 0.002 milligrams paralyzes the central nervous system. If you drank that, even you, Mr. Justice, would be reduced to quivering pile. Why are you using me as an example? Because you use a judge an example. I forgot which case, but it was, didn't I say this before earlier? Another case? I don't know. Unfortunately, we weren't told everything. There was a vital omission in Pastor Gavin's information, because he doesn't know much about sizes like Emma. An omission? Atroquinine is a virulent, as he says, but death doesn't come upon ingestion, not immediately. That's because atroquinine is slow acting! Slow acting? What? According to one forensic scientist, Emma, it's one of the most virulent poisons, but is absorbed into the body astonishingly slowly. It takes at least 15 minutes from the time of ingestion for adverse effects to show. If we suppose that the moment Mr. Misham sipped the coffee was when he sealed his fate, then he would have still had time left to enjoy his last cup of joe. His last coffee. Oh, sad. Order! What's the meaning of this? If what the event says is correct, why, that contradicts the entire testimony we just heard! Well, Mr. Brushel, anything to say? On the record? Slow acting. SOLWACT. It was virulent, alright? Even then, it had already been digging its claws in the journalist. He's working on a scoop. Pay more attention to the case. It's Brushel, ja. Brushel. Let's take a trip back down memory lane. Huh? Did the victim really die the instant he took a sip? Think it over. This is vital. You know what I think? I think that was not so subliminal suggestion, end quote. I meant it does cause a problem if you die when you say he died. I would be forced to say widersenhen to my simple case. I can speak German. And you would be forced to say farewell to your article. Come again? He released his article, doesn't he? You can't write a story based on conjecture, can you? And as the case drags on, other reports will pick up the scent. And you'll be forced to kiss your exclusive scoop goodbye. Scoop? Okay. Look at that. He's licking his toothbrush and then using that same toothbrush and cleaning his glasses. Look, just wait a second, just 1 second. We're waiting, out with it! I think I just recalled a so-called important detail! A revival curriculum, end quote, a story to survival, end quote! Attorney utterly confused, end quote. Ah, he's like rubbing off on him. Ah.